Iranians have never had an issue with black Americans, so why are they blamed? Some people actually wanted this war, but black Americans didn't. You know what's crazy? The people who voted for him are the ones who actually want this war. And here is the truth. Iranians don't see black Americans as the problem. They have never had an issue with them. It's only some white folks pushing their own agenda, thinking war solves anything. But war never solves anything. Families are losing loved ones. People are panicking, all because one person decided to start a fight. Something is clearly off. I have some clips for you guys, but before we go further, my name is Faith and you're welcome back to Chat with Faith. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a conversation. And as always, credit goes to the original creators for every single clip used in this episode. This video is for educational purposes and awareness. It is not meant to hate or discriminate against anyone. The goal is to discuss real challenges and perspective openly and respectfully. So let's watch this clip together, and when we come back, we'll break down what actually been said and why it matters. So stay with me.
Here's a message from somebody in Iran. They're reaching out to people who have platforms and who can speak for them. So I'm going to read y'all this letter. If you got time, just take some time to listen. So, we are not our government. We are not the ones asking for war, but we are the ones who will pay for it. When bombs drop, they do not ask who we voted for. They don't ask if we support the regime. They hit homes, they hit dreams, they hit real people. To the American people, you have a voice, you have a power. Speak louder than your politicians. We are not asking you to fight for us. We only ask that you see us as humans. We are living under sanctions, I can't make out this word, but we are living under silence. Some of us haven't tasted freedom in decades, but we are still human. We love, we build, we pray, we bleed, just like you do. Please do not let your media make us out to be monsters. Not let your government tell you who we are. Find out for yourselves. We are not a part of this war. We are victims of it. From Iran to America, please let love rise louder than fear. And let the truth speak louder than your news.
The Iranians have always been on the side of black Americans. Let's talk about it. I don't like bringing up race and the division that it causes, but this is a different point here. The point is that we have a habit of erasing history that is inconvenient in this country. For example, in Texas, now you see they're trying to erase slavery from textbooks. They're trying to tell kids that the slaves migrated to America and that they were happy on the plantations where they were getting free food and free shelter. But these evil people from the north came and took that away and made them go work for themselves. And when you confront these people about this complete ridiculous story they're trying to tell, they say, well, they don't want to traumatize the children. They don't want the children to hear about all this negative slavery thing and carry that burden into the future. But why not? Why not tell them the truth? Because those who do not know the truth, that do not know history, are doomed to repeat it. So in the time that I've been talking, I hope you've read what's highlighted above. Because they're going to tell you in the coming days, and people will start repeating how these people hate all Americans. And that they kidnapped these Americans in 1979 and held them for almost a year, and they wouldn't let them go, and it was terrible. That is not true. Read above. They let the black people go. Yeah, read it right there. He basically almost immediately let the black people go. Maybe it was political, maybe it was a sign to basically shake up America, but you will see there, the revolutionary Iran's proclamation that they've always supported marginalized and disenfranchised people, African Americans, holding black solidarity marches, commemorating Martin Luther King on a national postage stamp. Yes, they have always supported black Americans. And if you don't believe it, let me show you some evidence. This is a George Floyd vigil that was in Tehran. Right. They supported Black Lives Matter. You think this is just a government propaganda thing? Let me show you some more. Here you have protesters for Black Lives Matter in Iran, in Tehran. Read the sign, stop murdering black people. Right. So I'm not trying to drive a racial wedge. I'm pointing out that people tell a history that's convenient for them. And no, it's not convenient to know that these Iranians don't hate us. However, if you were to Google what happens to black people in Israel with, I don't know, forced sterilization and how they're treated, I've been there, it's not quite the same. Now, I've never been to Iran, and you can tell me if you've been to Iran that I'm completely wrong and they treat black people awfully. But that's not been my experience, not with my Persian friends. But, again, let me know what you know in the comments.
Iran supports black people. Iran supports black people. Iran supported Malcolm X. They supported Malcolm X. Iran supported solidarity for black Americans. But they want us, black Americans, to go fight for the United States. They want us to go fight Iran, all for America. Iran supports black Americans. The United States don't support black Americans. The Jewish people don't support black Americans. But you want us to defend y'all. Hell no. We not stupid.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers. Message to Iran. Yes, my brothers. This is Black America. Yes, we have nothing to do with what Donald Trump is doing. I just want to say to you, my brothers, remember that joke we was talking about with dude put the comb up and, he had the mustache and we all start laughing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You remember that? Y'all remember that? We cool, bro. Remember, we friends, we bros, bro. The white folks, they live in Idaho. Y'all, hey, just check the comments. Where are the racist white folks? You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about the non-racist white folks. You know what I'm saying? The cool white folks, we call them beige, peach, and tan. They like, they cool. They saving dolphins and shit. But, listen, it's Ramadan. It's Ramadan. You can't even do nothing right now till the sun go down. It's Ramadan. So my brothers and my sisters, just stay away from, black areas. You can't, come on. Don't you want to be down? You know what I'm saying? We got sports, we got all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, anyways, we ain't do shit. We just here. We're just now figuring out we indigenous black Americans. We've been told we from Africa all our damn life. So, my brothers, sha-la-la-la-la-la, please make sure you shoot at the people who look like the inside of my hand and not the back of my hand. And if you see some people that look like the back of my hand, chilling with maybe like one person that look like the inside of my hand, but the person from the inside of my hand act like people and look like YNs, but the back side of my hand, then you know that them white folks, they cool. But the rest of them folks, you can go all down south. They gonna point you in the right direction. Idaho. I don't think how many black people in Idaho. I'm just saying. Salam. We out. Peace. This is all those aside.
Damn, the world might finally be cooked. That means it's only a matter of time before these fuckers team up and do an attack on the US. When that happens, I think it's obvious what they all take first. It's going to be our power grid. It just makes me think of how much shit I've tied up in the grid, like all my iCloud, all my photos, all my videos, all my messages, all my important files, everything. That's why I'm telling all my family members to pick up one of these USB drives. Like, watch, you could just go to your Photos app, select all these photos, upload them right over to here in seconds. Just watch how easy it is. Like, all you have to do is just plug this into whatever device you have, and under the locations tab in your Files app, you're immediately going to get that extra terabyte of storage. You can just go right over to your Photos app. Again, select those same exact photos. Go ahead and click Save to Files. Now, this is going to take you right to your Files app, and all you're going to have to do is click that Save button right there in the top right. And as soon as you click that Save button, they're going to copy over almost immediately right to this device. Now, all you have to do is just delete those same exact photos because they're already going to be all safe and sound and accessible right inside of this eTop 1 terabyte file. And boom, here they all are. Now, you can just unplug this. That file will go away. All those photos, videos, everything will be safe and sound right on here. And going for every single device with the Lightning port, the USB, the micro USB, and that USB-C attachment on this side. So it's a no-brainer. This is just going to be essential if the power grid does go out. And the only bad thing about this ones. They've been sold out for weeks because everybody's legit picking up multiple of these, and there just isn't enough for everybody. So if you guys still see that orange shopping cart down there at the bottom of your screen, I would go ahead and pick this up before they sell it again.
More breaking news, guys. So 14 other countries around the world are not asking, but they're advising American citizens in 14 other countries around the world to leave the country immediately as the war and the violence in the Middle East is starting to escalate into other countries, guys. My opinion, the people should have been left those other countries immediately. We seen what just happened in Mexico with the cartel leader being unalive during a special operations over there less than a week ago. A lot of people were stuck over there because the airports in Guadalajara, Mexico, were set on fire. And now people are being asked to leave other countries, guys, around the world because of the threat in the Middle East. This threat has gotten to very, very high extremes where they could actually declare martial law in some states, depending on how bad things get. The President of the United States did make a press conference, I think it was earlier today or late yesterday evening, saying that this war over in Iran could exceed up to 4 weeks, if not longer than 4 weeks. So now they're telling people to get out of other countries immediately. I did report to you earlier today, guys, that a fourth U.S. soldier was unalive during the war. Now I'm hearing that 2 more American soldiers has been unalive since the war has started just this past Saturday, guys. So if you are in another country, one of the 14 countries that they're talking about, you guys need to get out of those countries immediately. I don't think an American citizen should be anywhere in those countries right now, especially after what's going on, especially the amount of force and firepower that the United States military and Army and Marines are using in those other countries. Don't get caught over in those countries as an American citizen. I don't even see how these American journalists could be over on the ground reporting these stories, knowing that you're from the U.S., man. So that's the breaking news that I have for you guys. Get out of those countries immediately. You can go to ABC News, and I think they have the list of the 14 countries that you need to vacate from. Get out of there as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.
Don't be saying too much about Iran. They said that we're cool. They said that we are cool. They said African Americans have been through a lot. So don't say too much. Don't go over there and don't be doing too much. And you know, if you look like us and you wearing that camo, you better not be doing too much. Because they said that we cool. They said that we cool. So I just want to let y'all remember that. Like, they said that we cool.
So there was an urgent warning sent out to Trump by Iran talking about sleeper cells in America that are going to wake up and yada, 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 right? But I just wanted to say, like, Trump, y'all, people voted for Trump, right? And he said he wasn't going to have any more wars. And all he doing is starting wars. Listen, half of America don't want to be here. Half of America don't agree with what Trump doing. So if y'all come over here, hey, go get him. Go leave us alone. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to get to the bag. We just trying to, you know what I'm saying, feed our kids. Man, if you want to stop the wars, go get that man. Like, leave us alone, bro. Hey, we don't want no smoke with y'all. Iran backed the civil rights. They spoke out about George Floyd. They with it. We don't want no smoke with y'all. That man do. I don't know what he got going on.
The United States just issued this warning to Americans who are in any of these countries, stating that they need to leave as soon as possible. But how, when the airports and the airspace are actually not open? They're closed. And this just shows that the plan that was supposed to be in place before the strikes in Iran never happened, because you did not consider that there would be Americans there. And now you're issuing this vague warning with no real solution because they can't get on a flight, and you know that. We're already seeing members of Congress come out and criticize this travel advisory because it's vague and doesn't provide a solution for Americans who are actually in danger. danger. Ted Lieu is saying you must immediately schedule U.S. government evacuation flights for the stranded Americans in danger. Maybe you should have thought of a freaking plan first. Exactly. Because why would you not have an evacuation plan for the Americans that are in the region? And now it seems as if the United States is about to ramp up their strikes, but you have Americans there.
Iran has issued its most alarming statement yet. The United States will no longer be safe. The warning comes amid a dramatic escalation in the ongoing conflict between the US, Israel, and Iran. But here's the key point. Iran does not currently have missiles that can reliably reach the US mainland. Still, public fear isn't just about long-range rockets, but rather terrorism and covert attacks. The US has previously warned that Iranian intelligence and allied militias have been involved in plots and threats against targets abroad. But right now, the most real danger remains regional escalation. Attacks on US bases in the Middle East rather than a direct strike on US soil.
Y'all heard that chilling message that Iran left for the world. They said that everyone will feel it. These were the exact words, that everyone will feel it. Not just the United States, not just Israel, but the whole world will feel it. That means it could be an economic attack, a cyber attack, an oil disruption, or it could even be something bigger than that. I think we need to be paying attention, and I think we need to be careful because they warning us that this isn't just a threat. This could be a big global effect on us. This is not fear-mongering. I'm not trying to spread fear. This is reality. These were Iran's exact words, and it wasn't just for politics. It was for the whole world to take heed. Y'all, please share this message, because if everyone will feel it, I feel that everyone needs to know that it's coming. What do y'all think about this? Y'all leave in the comments. Do y'all think they're just talking? Or do y'all...
You know, the truth is, right from the start, Iranians knew that Black Americans were never behind any of this. They never supported this war, this battle, these political games, and yet the media keeps pushing a narrative that tries to make it seem like Black Americans want this. Think about it. The people who actually affected are the ordinary citizens, not the politicians, not the wealthy who can just leave, not those in power who are safe from the consequences. It's the families, the fathers, the mothers, the children, the ones who go to school thinking they will come back home safely. These are the people who lose. Their lives are taken, their dreams destroyed, all because of decisions they never made. Imagine being a mother, sending your children to school and never seeing them again. Imagine your husband leaving for duty and he doesn't come back. Imagine a brother, a son, a father sent to fight in a war he never agreed to. And even when they fall, the response is cold. It is what it is. Many will fall, many will suffer, and the cycle continues. That's the reality, and that's heartbreaking. And yet, through all this, the people shows resilience. They stand, they speak out, they ring the bells, they raise their voices, and they show that they understand what's really going on. They see the difference between ordinary citizens and those in power. They understand that Black Americans are never the enemy, and that wars don't just affect borders, they destroy life. It's frustrating. And honestly, it makes me so pissed off sometimes because the people are the ones who pay the price. The poor, the ordinary, the everyday people, they suffer the most, and yet their voices, their pain, their resistance often goes unnoticed by those who makes this decision. That's the injustice of it all. But I also see hope. I see people who refuse to be silenced. I see people who continue to speak out, to stand for what's right, even in the face of impossible odds. And that's the inspiring. That's why I share this, and that's why it matters. Because awareness is the first step towards change. So to everyone watching, remember this. The people are not the problem. Black Americans are not the problem. Families are the ones suffering, and they deserve to be seen, heard, and protected. If you want to stay informed, if you want to see the truth, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. Let's continue this conversation. See you in my next video.